Afternoon, everyone. I'm Stacey Van Dyke. We have some sunshine today, but it is cold. And with more Arctic temperatures slated for tomorrow, our team has declared Thursday a first alert weather day. Chief meteorologist Hutch Johnson joins us now with a first look at the forecast. Hutch?
Stacey, some icy cold conditions across the entire area already. Most of us staying below zero all day long. And now we're heading into the deep freeze because our gusty winds that we've been contending with that have really created the tricky road conditions have exited, and now we have clear skies, calm winds, some areas of fresh snow, and it looks Arctic cold out there as you look in on that Interstate 29 corridor. We still have some wind blowing and reducing visibilities a touch in parts of northwest Minnesota from, say, near Thief River Falls down towards Detroit Lakes, Fosston at 5 miles. From time to time, that's slipped under 2 miles. Here with the winds still continuing. Look at these air temperatures right now. We're back down to below zero in Sisseton, where we did manage to get to zero just moments ago. 11 below in Devil's Lake, 6 below for Hallock, 7 below for Paul Bunyan and Babe the Blue Ox. Factor in those winds right now, and you can see that we have wind chills already between 25 and 40 below zero. And our air temperatures are really going to bottom out as we head through the overnight hours, allowing for these wind chills, even with light winds, to be dangerously cold. And that means your exposed skin can freeze in 10 minutes or in some cases less. A wind chill warning for most of our counties. Temperatures tonight will be diving down in Fargo-Moorhead to near 25 below zero as we start our day. And it will be even colder for some of our northern counties. I wouldn't be surprised to see some air temperatures in the 30 below category with wind chills as cold as Stacey 50 below. Hour by hour details in a few minutes.
That is some serious cold. Thanks, Hutch.
Yes.
Happening now, multiple crews are still on scene at a fire in South Fargo. Authorities say the damage is mostly contained to the garage, but we're told the family is staying at a neighbor's tonight while the damage is surveyed. No one has reported any injuries. The cause is still under investigation. New for you at 4, a woman suffered severe burns following an explosion at a Perham factory. The fire chief says it happened around 11:30 a.m. yesterday at the KLN plant. The woman who was injured is an employee at the plant. The cause of that fire also still under investigation. Also new for you at 4, a West Fargo man is behind bars after a young boy came forward saying he'd been sexually assaulted almost nightly for years. 34-year-old Kyle Sanchez is charged with a felony count of continuous sexual abuse of a child. Court documents state the young victim told investigators Sanchez would force him to engage in sexual acts for nearly 2 years. More details on this story are available on our website, valleynewslive.com. If convicted, Sanchez faces up to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Just over a year after the murder of a man in Maddock, North Dakota, Kayla Thum has been sentenced. Thum was convicted of the murder of Monty Herman Jr., which happened on December 21st, 2020. Thum had been found at the scene after authorities responded to a report of a stabbing at an apartment. A knife, believed to be the murder weapon, was found in the sink. Thum will serve 20 years in prison. She'll be eligible for release after 10 years and serve 5 years of supervised probation. A reminder to maintain your dryer and remove lint, especially in the winter. An early morning dryer fire left one house with smoke and minor damage. The Becker County Sheriff's Department says they responded to reports of the fire just after 1 a.m. to the home just outside Detroit Lakes. The family was able to put the fire out by the time crews arrived. As we enter the 3rd year of the pandemic, there is another problem hitting hospitals around the nation, an unprecedented blood shortage that has the Red Cross declaring an emergency blood crisis for the first time. CBS's Bradley Blackburn reports on the life-threatening danger for patients.
Kristen Mill is living proof that blood donations are life-giving.
It's what keeps me alive, so there's really no other choice.
More than a decade ago, she contracted a tick-borne disease that severely damaged her joints and kidneys. She had a kidney transplant in 2017 and still needs regular blood transfusions.
All through the fall, I was basically getting weekly transfusions, sometimes up to 3 bags a week.
But recently, when she needed blood, the hospital told her they ran out of her type.
What was it like for you to hear that?
Very scary. By the 3rd day, it was getting very scary. Kind of was like, how low can this get before I'm out of time?
Blood is needed for trauma victims, labor and delivery, transplant patients, and other conditions. But the Red Cross is now limiting blood distributions to hospitals. Some days, deliveries are only a quarter of what's requested.
This is dire. The blood banks in hospitals are empty.
Dr. Bialaski with the American Red Cross says the pandemic is compounding problems. Omicron has led to fewer donors and staffing shortages for blood drives. The winter weather only makes things worse.
A snowstorm, a hurricane, a tornado, the fires. The rest of the country can continue to collect to make up for those shortfalls. Our starting point was already so low that every hit is just taking us lower and lower.
It's why Mill and other patients need donors to step up now.
Please go out and donate. I need it. Someone you know either needs it now or will need it at some point in their life.
A life-saving gift now in dangerously short supply. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News.
If you've had COVID-19, you can still donate. The Red Cross asks that you wait 14 days after a positive test and be healthy and symptom-free on the day of donation. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz today announced more than 100 nurses will start arriving at healthcare facilities around the state beginning immediately. Last week, Walz directed $40 million in American Rescue Plan funding to hire emergency staff to provide care at certain hospitals dealing with staff shortages during the COVID surge. The Minnesota Department of Health secured the staffing support and is now directing nursing teams to hospitals most in need of emergency personnel. The first round of nursing teams will arrive at 23 hospitals this week, including Sanford, Bemidji, and Lake Region Healthcare. Another wave of an additional 100 nurses will arrive in Minnesota in the days ahead. It's a unique opportunity to brighten someone's day and play a special role in the healing process. Essentia Health is looking for people to volunteer at the Cancer Center, gift shop, serve as patient escorts, or even play music for patients and families. You have to be 18 or older to volunteer, be fully vaccinated against COVID-19, have your flu shot, and commit to 1 4-hour shift a week. Essentia says volunteers help spread positivity and many times form bonds with returning patients.
They look forward to seeing each other, and it's more of a, everybody says that we're a family, but it really does turn into that.
If you're interested in learning more or want to fill out a volunteer application, just click this story on valleynewslive.com. If you're planning to see a movie soon in Fargo, you may need more than a ticket. West Acres Cinema will soon offer vaccine-required movie showtimes. Marcus Theaters says the vaccine-only shows will be offered for 2 titles daily. The showtimes will be marked on their website and the Marcus Theaters app. The people who sign up for the vaccine-only shows will be asked to provide proof of vaccination. The theater says a vaccination card or photo of your vaccination card all work. A destination for family fun opened yesterday in Fargo, and with these cold temperatures, the timing is just right. Kingpins has a large arcade, 4 escape rooms, laser tag, and what they call hyper bowling. There's also a restaurant and bar. Kingpins is located in the northeast corner of I-29 and 52nd Avenue South.